and I know
Hmm.
a lot of fathers, a lot of mothers do the exact same. But I think it's important to not forget who you are and still incorporate that within the new life that you have created. And I know, running a facility, um, it's this weird guilt that whenever I'm at home, I feel like I'm not doing enough for the gym.
Yeah.
Um, and then whenever I'm at the gym, I feel like I should be at home with the family. And it's just this massive. And then the workouts and doing the stuff that I do, and I could sense resentment with Kayla, as far as my schedule, or I know I'm a lot more present than a lot of parents. But those long weekend workouts and things like that, although I'm still back by 6 a.m., I could still sense this resentment. So something powerful that I held on to, and it helped Kayla a lot understanding me, is that I was like, why don't you come to my therapist with me? So I asked the
Mm.
therapist, can Kayla come? I think I don't do a good enough job with communicating my feelings. I just never have been. And I've been working on it. But, going to the therapist, and then whenever Kayla is explaining herself and explaining it in her eyes, the therapist was like, you know what? Let me stop you there. The person that you fell in love with, the person that you decided to have kids with, the person that you were like, this is who I want to spend the rest of my life with, who was that person? And it switched with Kayla. She's like, wow, like I can't ask him to change, because if he changes, I might not. That's not who I fell in love with.
Yeah.
And it kind of opened her eyes. It opened my eyes, as far as not needing to change, just shifting it slightly.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not going out to be the best Ironman athlete in the world, but I need a physical challenge. I need something to work towards. It's just my personality. I'm not going to be the best. I understand that. But just working towards something is just in my DNA that I have to do. And she understands that now. So instead of, you know, resenting me for it, now it's, I wake up in the morning. She's like, "Hey, I hope you have a great workout," instead
Hmm.
of, "When are you going to be home?"
Yeah.
Um, so it was, just going back a little bit. I knew
Totally.
that helped that helped us a lot. So I just wanted to get that out there in case anybody listens and they're like, I don't have to change my entire mindset or my
Yeah.
entire what made me who I am, because that's who my wife fell in love with. So yeah,
Yeah, that's such a great point. I do specifically remember my therapist saying when I was asking very early on in the process, like, what can I do, man? You feel helpless
yep,
as a dad a lot early on. And some people say, oh, you won't be able to do anything anyway, but guys like us, it's like, all right, what can, you know what I mean? Can I do, I can't feed her, but can I do, and trying to figure out the things that we can do, that we can provide support. And I remember her saying, um, the greatest gift you can give her is time.
yeah,
And I thought, oh, that's interesting, right? And
yeah,
it's like I already want to spend time with my daughter, but how can we figure it out to try to give our wives time to be able to do the things that they want to pursue as well? So the
yeah,
exact same situation you're talking about, but just flipped roles, And then when we were able to free up some time so she could go back and do the things that she loves, and she can get into training again, and she can get back to dancing, and dancing is my favorite thing in the world to watch her do. It's like I just fall in love with her over and over again when I watch her dance. And she was able to do that, and just to see how she like started to get herself back,
yeah,
and the heart came back and the smile came back, was like, man, I just want to be able, how do I provide time and money and effort, and you know what I mean? It's like I wish there were 48 hours in a day.
yeah, me too.
Work 12, take our daughter for 12, give 12 to my wife. You know what I mean? It's like that's a battle that we're always trying to kind of struggle and figure out. But like you said, we don't want to change them. They don't want to change us.
Yeah,
Things need to change to be able to make sure it works. But that's why you married that person, because you
yeah,
truly believe that you two would be able to make this family, and you guys would be able to work through it and be able to make it work. And it's so cool when I hear people talk about how supportive their wife is, or wives here talk about how supportive their husband is, because it's like you don't hear that all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's oh yeah, she didn't let me do, or oh he didn't let me, or he's out with his boys. You know, and so it's like I'm always trying to frame it the other way because I think that's so important.
Yeah.
You know, it's like give them what they need, provide what they need, and we do the same thing, and then our kids will be better because of that.